Hi, everybody. Welcome in. It is a Tuesday edition, and I'm glad you are here. Welcome into my studio space. I'm Tammy. I'm the Siberian Wind, and I'm thankful that you're here. So I see that I've got Susan and Dahlia and Dawn, and who else? Norma came in next, and we got Mona from Rip It and Sew On Mona. We got Katie Crafts, Chris here in the house. We've got Katie from Greenland Quilter here as well. We've got Linda, Irish Sail Lady here. And who else do we have? Pat is here as well. Welcome in, Pat. And who else? I'm looking through the list. Hey, Bob, welcome in. Sitting here working on a few more blocks. I like that plan, Bob. I like that plan. Katie Kraft says 2-for-1 margarita sounds like a great idea until they actually put tequila in them. Let's say they didn't skimp at all. Oh my gosh, Chris, I totally wish I was there to have that fun with you. Hi, Susie, welcome in. Glad you are here. So yeah, this is Tuesday edition. We're getting back into the swing of regular Tuesday edition, the way that it was back when I had a dedicated studio space and they didn't have the interruptions. We're going back to it. We're going to actually sew on a Tuesday night. Hi, Sheila. Welcome in. Glad you're here. Oh, thank you, Katie. She's asking everybody to share the live link so that others know that I'm live, and that please also hit that thumbs up. I appreciate it, Katie, so much. I'm so thankful for you. Yeah, I know, right? Delia says, sounds like Chris from Katie Crafts had fun. I am in agreement. I'm a little bit jealous, but I'm in agreement. So we are going to sew up some Quilts of Valor stuff tonight, just because that's what I have available. That's what's ready to actually sew. A lot of my projects right now are in a stage of cutting. So they're not really in a stage of sewing anything. And some of the stuff that is in a stage of sewing, I can't show you. So this is something I can show you though. So for those of you who've been following the studio being put together, I do have my new flooring in. I've got one more little section of flooring left to go, and that will probably get done this upcoming weekend, I'm hoping. And then I can actually do the reveal. I've got one piece of furniture that it needs a little bit of TLC before it's ready to show, but almost everything in here is ready for a big reveal. So I'm so excited for you guys to be able to see that soon. As you guys can see, of course, my thread rack has been hanging out. I now have my quilt rack in place, and it's movable. So if I need to pick it up and move it because it's in my way, because it was actually my way to use the quilt, the design wall, I'm just gonna move it. And you guys can see Frankenstitcher is hanging out, joining us every night. You guys can see my thermometer is back here. I've got to reconstitute my barometer. I know how to do it. I just haven't done it yet. And then that water jug, ignore that. That's for the dog. So I'm excited. I'm actually gonna be walking around with no shoes on in here. I love it. I don't have to worry about stuff being all over the floor. I can sweep it up if the air conditioner doesn't push it out of the way first. And yes, it is still crazy hot here in Wyoming. Yeah, it's crazy hot. I did not get to it yet. That is the first one up on the frame as soon as I am ready to get it on the frame, or as soon as I am ready to start quilting. So I do have some stuff that's sitting on the quilt frame, and so I'm hoping to get that cleared off. I have a trip with Patriot Express taking veterans out to the museum again. I have that coming up this week. So as soon as I get back from that, if I haven't done it before then, I am going to clear off that frame, and we're going to go ahead and load yet another quilt on the frame. And I'm going to be spending a lot of time over there getting some quilting done. So I am going to do some recording while I'm over there so you guys can see me going back and forth with quilting and all of my little, I've got stuff to go on the walls. Not that you're going to be able to see most of it most of the time, but I have stuff to go up on my walls, and it's sitting on the quilt frame too. So yeah. Susan says it's 93 where she's at. It's I think the high today was only supposed to be 90, but we have some humidity right now. Let me check the actual phone because it tends to be a little bit better. Oh, you're fine, Dahlia. You're fine. I will get to show you guys what I've got going on with all my quilts, so you guys will see how I've got that set up and got it ready so that I can keep going. Is that a pattern behind me or just blocks? That is just blocks. That's kind of the fun thing about this. And I'm going to tell you about it here in just a second. Let me see what that humidity is sitting at. Yeah, 32%. So it's still not super high, but it's higher than it has been. It's been like in the teens lately. So yeah, it's a little bit higher. So the Friendship Star blocks that you see were absolutely Dawn. Tell her I said hi. She says that her daughter's calling, so she's going to tell her I said hi. I hope so. I hope so. Okay. Hey, Ellen, good to see you. Glad you're here. Okay. So the Friendship Star blocks, so like this one and this one, there's a total of 6 of them. Those came from another quilter. She passed those off to me because she didn't know what she wanted to do with them. They were oopsie blocks, didn't come out the size she wanted for her quilt of valor that she was working on. And so she was like, you know what? Here. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's fine. This pineapple block, same thing. It was a gift from someone and they're just like, you know, I don't know what I want to do with this. So here. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. All of the other blocks are disappearing 9 patches. Now, some of them are rearranged differently than what you would expect for disappearing 9 patch. That's why they don't quite look that way. If you're looking at this block right here and this block down here, those look like disappearing 9 patches, but all of the other blocks up there are disappearing 9 patches. Back in 2000, gosh, I want to say 2011 or 12. It could have been as late as 2013 or 14. I participated in a block swap, and part of that block swap was you made 100, or you didn't have to make 100, but you made several blocks, and you could either do a 9 patch or disappearing 9 patch. You didn't matter. You could make either one, whatever you wanted to make. But those were the 2 blocks you made. You either made a 9 patch or a disappearing 9 patch. I made just 9 patches. That's all I made. But I made 105 of them. So when you send, oh gosh, Mona says it's 101 and feels like 103. Ouch, 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 ouch. Bear with me. There we go. It's working again. Okay. I do not know what is going on with my microphone cord. Anytime I move it slightly, it wants to do a complete freak out on me. So as I move it, I'm having to be very, very careful about moving it because I don't know why it's doing it. So I will troubleshoot that later, just not today. But so I participated in the block swap. Thank you, Chloe. And I got back. You sent in 1 extra block from what you wanted to get back. So I decided I wanted 104 blocks to come back to me because I wanted to make all of these quilts of valor, and I was extra ambitious. So I sent in 105 blocks. They actually sent me some of my own blocks back because they didn't have enough people participating to do the block swap properly. So I got 104 blocks back. They gave me every block that they could that wasn't mine. So a lot of mine went into their actual finished quilt for their veteran. How many ever blocks they collected or how many ever people participated. They got 1 block from each. So a lot of mine went into their quilt because they were having to send me all of these blocks from other people because I had sent so many blocks in. So these are the last remaining blocks. Mr. Siberian Wind, when we were dating, I gifted him a quilt of valor that I didn't register. I didn't know what size it was supposed to be. So it was really small, and it's a lap size, and Paladin chewed on it. And so it never got registered. So that's how he was able to get a second quilt of valor. These kind of blocks are what's in his quilt of valor. I made one for my late grandfather and one for my brother as well. So they both received quilts from me that are very patriotic, that were never marked as quilts of valor. But I used all of these blocks from a lot of different people. Mona says block party. I know, right? Dahlia's had that happen to her in a few swaps where she's gotten her blocks back. I know. It's crazy, isn't it? Hi, Terry. Welcome in. Welcome. Okay, so because not all of the blocks came in at the same size, I decided to go ahead and make them all disappearing 9 patches. So some of these were disappearing 9 patches and some of them weren't. And did I necessarily rotate them all the correct way? No, of course not. That would be too simple. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some fabric and we're going to border all of these blocks out on 2 sides. And after we border them out on 2 sides, then we're putting them back up on the design wall and we're going to play with them. Do I think I'm going to get through it all tonight? I have no idea. But am I going to try? You betcha. Okay, let's get started. So these blocks are up there in no specific order. I had no plan whatsoever. I just picked them up out of the pile, and my Quilts of Valor ladies were like, are you going to do something specific? I said, yeah, but I don't know what order they're going to go in yet. And she's like, well, how are you going to decide it? I said, after I get the fabric on there. So this is the fabric I'm adding to all of it. So it's a light blue. It doesn't show it very well. I dropped the whole pile. But what I did is I cut strips of it. And I cut the selvage off and I went ahead and put a seam in there. And I'm just going to finger press that seam open as I get to it. Or I'll finger press it to a side. I don't care either way. And we're just adding fabric to 2 sides of each block. And then we're going to just stagger this. However it ends up falling into the quilt is how it's going to be. We've got all of these spare blocks and we wanted to do something with them. So this is the way to do it. How big am I making the blocks? That's a great question. The Friendship Star blocks are actually bigger than all of the others. These blocks got cut down to looks like 11 3/4 approximately. So, I mean, they're not even square. I can tell you that right now. They're not square because this is not completely 11 3/4. But yeah, they're not square. Hi, Lorraine. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Yeah, so I have no idea how big they're actually going to be. And I may have to make a couple of extra blocks when it's all said and done. But I figure, that's okay. We can do that. We can do the making them bigger as we go. I'm not afraid of it. Not afraid of it at all. So normally what I would do if I was doing this to do this quickly, I would grab all of those blocks and bring them down, and no, I'm not going to do it that way. I would chain piece them together, but this way you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm not going to do that. I am going to sew 1 block at a time. I'm going to border out 1 block at a time, and then we're just going to work through the pile. I'm looking for my little bitty scissors. I have misplaced, there they are. They're orange and gray, and I misplaced them. I don't know how I do it, but I do it. So what is the one thing that you misplace in your sewing space? What is it that you are always looking for? And don't say your seam ripper. It has to be something other than your seam ripper. That's the only rule. It cannot be your seam ripper. Other than your seam ripper, what do you misplace? Because we all misplace the seam ripper. I currently do not even have a seam ripper over here because Jackie has decided to leave the building. I have 3 or 4 of them. I have 3 or 4 Jackies, and they're all revolting against me right now. So I don't even have one at my sewing table. So leaders and enders, says Sheila, right? Dahlia says one thing or another, right? Bobbin says James. Hi, James. Welcome in. Glad you are here tonight. Good to see you again. Let's see, snips, a piece of the block. Oh my gosh, a piece of block is totally me too. I can't tell you how many I've misplaced like that. Oh no, Katie says she's misplaced a box of her sewing needles. Mona misplaces her marking pen. It's so much harder to think of what you misplace, isn't it? When it's not your seam ripper, because everybody misplaces that thing. It doesn't matter how many times you don't use it or you use it. And it doesn't matter if you've got a little beautiful place where it stays, you are going to misplace that seam ripper. You're totally going to misplace it. All right, so I am adding, the strips that I'm adding, in case you guys are wondering, are 4 3/4 inch wide as well. So I did some math apparently, but I don't know what math I did. So I can't answer what math I did to do all this. I don't know what size blocks these turn out to be. My scissors or my small ruler, and sometimes my rotary cutter. Oh my gosh, Ellen. Oh my gosh, I have actually misplaced my rotary cutter too. I went looking for my rotary cutter earlier today, and it was not where I thought it was going to be. And was it really misplaced? No. It was right where it should have been, but did I think it was there? No. I kept looking right past it. I actually put fabric right on top of it. And yeah, you can't find it if you can't see it. Oh my gosh, guys. Yeah, don't forget to hit that like button, and don't forget that you can still get super chats. Super chat raffle is October 13th, so you do still have time to get your super chat raffle tickets in. And getting them in now means that you've got them in early, and it gives you more time to get more raffle tickets in before the cutoff, before I can't take any more raffle tickets. So now's the time to be getting them in. I'm loving having my floors, guys. I don't feel like my floors are nasty and dirty anymore, and that is so relaxing. So very relaxing. Do you know what I lose more than I lose my little scissors? I lose my rulers. I cover up my rulers all the time, and I can never remember where I might have put them. And I spend so much time looking for my rulers. So much time. All right, I'm gonna stick that underneath there so I don't lose it. We're gonna press this guy, and then it's going back up on the wall, and I'm grabbing another one. We're gonna see how many of these I can get through. I have no idea how many I can get through. I think I cut enough for all of them. We are going to see if I did, but I don't know if we get that far. Sheila says, yes, the rulers, right? The rulers are always what I'm misplacing. I almost bought a couple of new rulers too when I shop hopped before I came home from Quilt, Wyoming. I almost bought a couple of rulers. I had to stop myself. All right. Let's see. All right. So the friendship blocks, I know are going to need a little bit of sashing, a little bit of this, good juju from this extra strips. But I don't know how much. Now, me seaming them together means that when I get to this, I'm just going to press it one way or the other, or I'm going to press it open. Just depends on where it falls against the block. If it's close to where I'm going to cut, I'll press it to the side that I'm not cutting, or I might press it open. Oh, Susan, I completely forgot about my thimble. Yes, she says that her thimbles seem to be what she keeps losing. She can't find them when she needs them. My thimble, I have one that I like. I have others, but I have one that I actually like and use. And I cannot tell you, I was having to hand stitch the binding on a Quilt of Valor so that it would be ready for this week. And I cannot tell you how many times I misplaced that darn thing. And it's green. I should not be able to misplace it. I should be able to see it. Pam, good evening, and Tammy and friends, she says. Welcome in, Pam. Good to see you. Good to see you. I am going to remind everybody. Oh, Pam says she loves friendship stars. I did not make them. I did not make them. These were oopsies, and they were gifted to me because they knew that I would put them to good use, and they would no longer end up looking like oopsie blocks. I said, sure thing. We can do that. And I have misplaced my scissors, guys. They're there. I told you, I misplace these darn things all the time. I love them dearly, but I misplace them. So I finally get to have somebody come over and sew with me tomorrow, or cut. We're going to cut fabric. We're not going to sew, I don't think, but we are going to cut fabric tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. It will be the first time somebody has come over to sew with me in my new space. I'm looking forward to it. So, aside from my husband, who has been out here a few times, hanging out with me, but he doesn't sew or cut. And I've got one other friend that's been out here but doesn't sew or cut. This will be the first time somebody's out here sewing and cutting with me. So, does your sewing space allow you to have company? Whether that company is somebody sitting there watching an iPad or playing on their phone, or whether they can actually come hang out with you and sew with you. Does your sewing space allow for people to come hang out with you? Susan says, fun. Thank you. Thank you. All right, this one I'm going to press open. I'm right to that first seam. And this is how I poverty piece, guys. Who has heard of poverty piecing? Who in the chat? I know a lot of you probably have, but who of you have heard of poverty piecing? And I want to hear your definitions. What is poverty piecing to you? How do you do your poverty piecing? So we are bordering two sides of all of these blocks. So I'm just choosing a random side. Is it the same side as I chose on the last block? No. Is it going to matter? Also no. Lana, so good to see you. Glad you are here. How are you doing, sweetie? How is this heat treating you? I know the heat here has been horrid, but how is the heat in Oklahoma going? Oh, good to see all of you. This is a fun turnout tonight. Got all of the best people here. Well, not all of them. We got to get some more people out here. We're only at 28. Make sure you've hit that thumbs up, guys. Poverty piecing is fun, says Pam. Using the tiniest of scraps. Very true. Very, very true. In this case, I am trying to salvage every bit of this fabric so I don't have scraps left over. So that's why I went ahead and I seamed my strips together and cut off those selvages so that I don't run out of fabric. That's what I also consider poverty piecing. If you are scrimping so that you don't waste a single inch of fabric, that is poverty piecing as well. So, 116, been 117. Oh my gosh, Lana, that's crazy. Susan says if she does some rearranging, then yes, she can have somebody in her sewing space come hang out with her. Her daughter used to come and sew with her. Oh, that's fantastic. So Terry says poverty piecing is piecing a piece together to make the piece you need. Very true. Very true. Ellen's got room for someone to come over and sew. They wouldn't need to bring a machine or fabric or scissors or a project. Oh my gosh. You got the full setup, Ellen. Linda says she likes to match up the patterns when she poverty pieces so you can't tell it's more than one piece. That is noble. Very, very noble. I'm not that good. Sometimes I am, but I'm not always that good. I sometimes worry about that, and sometimes I don't. There we go. Susan is getting a raffle ticket for October 13th. Guys, don't forget that you can do that. If you are also a channel, if you're a content creator on YouTube, do !selfie, and Nightbot's going to drop your channel link into the chat so everybody can check you out. Let's see. Pam says, me too, Susan. Someone can be at my sewing machine. If I'm at the long arm, I would need to rearrange to have another sewer. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Hi, Jess. So good to see you. Sheila says she's going to be right over Ellen. Oh, I can probably have quite a few. I just got to get more chairs. I don't have enough chairs for everybody. I've got one. I got 3 rolling chairs, and then I have a couple of folding chairs. And I can pull out some camping chairs too. Not that everybody would have a space to sit and do the same things, all of that, but we'd make it work. Ellen's ready. Linda, I just did that with a border on a large quilt. Yeah, matching it up. Yeah, it's crazy. Jess is vacuuming and mopping while listening. Need to get the chores out of the way. Mop some for me too, Jess. Mop some for me. I need to do some mopping. Anytime that we bring the pool out, the dog tracks mud in because our yard has a lot of open ground that does not have grass coverage. So we are definitely hurting for some grass in the backyard. But the dog doesn't mind. He doesn't care. It's just me that cares. It's just me and the hubby that cares. Sheila's going to make the drinks. Oh, please do. Please do. You are more than welcome to make the drinks. I actually have a fridge in here. I do have a freezer in here too. So if you need to make some ice, you just got to come in and prep it in time to make the ice, or you got to bring it. One or the other. Oh my gosh, guys. All right. So I think what I want to do is I want to rotate these so they don't all look the same. I think that's what I want to do. So, there we go. Linda's getting in on the raffle tickets for October 13th. Thank you very much, Linda. You have a raffle ticket for October 13th. Another one. You got a freebie the other night for winning the how many pictures we have. Yes. That was so crazy. I was not expecting anyone to guess, much less guess that quickly. That was just so crazy. Here I am. I'm setting up for a long evening and 300 messages going through the chat, and Linda's got it on the first guess. I guess I should ask harder questions. But nobody's going to guess. I don't know. But I've got, okay. I've got a question for you guys. So in the current mystery, if you are doing the Reflections mystery, do you have any idea what it's going to look like yet? Do you have any guesses on what it's going to look like yet? Are you waiting for August clue to come out so you can start trying to piece it all together? Because we only have one more clue before the reveal. One clue, y'all. One clue left before the reveal. I'm going to have to go back through all of my notes, make sure we didn't miss anything, and I've got to get myself caught up. Don't ever tell me that, a content creator is always caught. No, we are not always caught up with what we are doing. I am behind on my own projects. I have sewn just enough to get you guys the information that you guys need to sew, but I've got to do some of it myself. So I have got some sewing to do. I'm working on the next mystery too. I've got to sew it, and then we're going to be sewing it again once I'm done sewing the first round. So, and I am so behind schedule on that. I've got to catch up. I'm almost there. I'm terrible at guessing, so I'll wait till August, says Ellen. That's fair. August clue is a little bit easier. James says, if I could do more likes, I would. Oh, thank you, James. Sheila, welcome in. Welcome. She says, hi, all. Welcome. Glad you are here tonight. We are kind of back in the swing of things, a little bit. We're not completely there, but we are getting there. I'm going to face exhaustion again this weekend and then come back and try to pick up the pieces and see if we can get on schedule again for the rest of the year. I have no idea if we're going to do it, but I'm going to try it. Gosh darn it, I'm going to try it, Linda says you have my email and you can send the next clue to me now. I won't tell anyone. Wink, wink, says Linda. Oh, you are trying me hard. You are trying me hard. See, if I send the clues out early, then people can sew it early, and then the reveal won't be as much fun. So we got to have the reveal to be fun. So let's see. Hi, Dora Lynn. Welcome in. She just finished dinner. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So as I've been test sewing the next mystery quilt, I'll give you guys a couple of sneak peeks, so to speak. You're not actually going to get to peek at it. I'm not that bold. But there's going to be a couple of options. You're going to have the option to paper piece a couple of the blocks or a couple of the sections, so to speak. And you're going to have the option to do an alternate option where you don't have to paper piece. And you will have a completely different quilt depending on which option you choose. The fabric requirements are going to be very similar no matter which option you choose. So you won't have to necessarily buy a completely different kit or go through your stash again for what you need to match it up. So I'm going to make sure that you have enough fabric either way so you don't have to worry about that. Linda winks, so you know you can trust her. Oh, y'all are so sweet. Y'all are so sweet. FYI, for those who know, good. It will be continuing 3 more weeks. More? Oh my gosh. No. That is not cool, Pam. The kidney stone saga should not be continuing for 3 or 4 more weeks. Oh. Lots of prayers, lots of gentle hugs coming your way, Pam. Lots of them. Daly says, feel better, Pam? Yes. Lots of that going that way. 4th round. Oh my goodness gracious. That is not cool. At least it's that and not, something that they can't fix, but that's still not fun. Not fun at all. I'm glad you're able to sit up and hang out with us tonight. I'm so glad to see you here. Thank you for being here. Oh, thank you so much for being here. That's got to be crazy. Got to be crazy. Oh, I cannot imagine. I can't even imagine. So the one other clue, I'm going to give you guys another clue for the next mystery, not the mystery we're working on now. So don't change anything for the reflections mystery. Oh, that's fair. Pam says it's long-term complications from gastric bypass from 2011. Yeah, that is a complication from gastric bypass. And that was one of the reasons I went sleeve when I had mine done, because I was worried about the complications because I was hearing a lot of the possible side effects of bypass over sleeve. And my doctor recommended sleeve for me. So lots of prayers, Pam. Lots and lots of prayers. So the other dude, yeah, she had the full, Pam had the RNY and I had the sleeve. Yeah. I did not have the full RNY. That my doctor basically said with what I was looking at in my future that sleeve was a better option for me. I fight with my weight still, but I'm not having the serious consequence or serious side effects that RNY can disrupt in your system. So, gosh, lots of gentle hugs, Pam. I'm so sorry. Ellen had the sleeve too, though I did have my gallbladder removed a year ago. Mine was about a year ago as well. Mine was April of last year. So that was the emergency sickness that I came down with last April that put me behind schedule on a lot of things. Okay, this one's going up on the wall, y'all. So we're going up like that. All right, we're gonna put that off to the side. We'll figure those out once I get to adding the sashing onto them. I think I have not cut the sashing for the rest of it. Welcome in, Debbie. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Oh, Ellen had her surgery 2018. Mine was 2016. Let's see, still better than before the RMY. Yeah, that's true. Getting ready to go out for dinner. Absolutely, Debbie. Thank you for listening if you're able to. Okay, now I've got to live vicariously through you. What are we having for dinner? What are we having? I know I'm going to have barbecue later this week. They are doing barbecue instead of steaks this go around for the veterans dinner thing that I'm going to. So I'm looking forward to that. Oh. So, yeah, when they did mine was in 2016. One of my doctor's notes, this is the fun part about doctor's notes, y'all. One of my doctor's notes from up here put my surgery date as 2019. And when I went to Social Security, the judge took that 2019 date from the one doctor record that had it wrong and used that as a justification, even though it was incorrect in my records. So I'm still fighting that in case you guys are interested. Hi, Sandy. Welcome in. Debbie is getting Mexican. Oh, I'm so jealous. Delia had rice, fruit, and marinated chicken chunks on the flat top. Oh, sounds good. You can have my rice. Everything else I would eat. Everything else I would try. I'm not a rice fan. Sandy had cottage cheese and fruit. Oh, that's delicious. And that's good high protein too. I need to be working on my protein intake. That is what I struggle with nowadays, is managing protein intake with what I actually want to eat. That's where the challenge is. I don't want to eat a lot of the things that would be healthier for me. Dorlyn had chicken salad with fruit too hot to cook. See? Everybody is going the chicken route tonight. Or chicken salad. That's crazy. Barbecue. That's the Alabama coming out for, yes, it is, James. It is the Alabama coming out of me. I did not choose it. Hi, Alex. So good to see you. Glad you are here tonight. Katie had teriyaki marinated ribeye roast with long grain rice. Oh my gosh. You're eating hearty, Katie. Sounds good. Sounds very good. Yeah, we did steak dinners back in May for the veterans, and it worked really well. Like, if you didn't want steak, you got chicken. That was the two options, either steak or chicken, and of course I ate chicken. And this trip, it just seemed like it would work better to offer something other than steak or chicken, just because of the cost and how heavy of a meal it is. So we wanted them to have something that was a little bit more fitting for a summertime meal, summertime dinner. So we went with barbecue. Let's see. Katie said, let's see, where am I at? Pasta salad with chicken in it, says Sheila. See, all of you guys are having chicken tonight. I did not get the memo. Terry says, I bet no one had it. I had tonight salmon with green curry sauce. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm going to Terry's house. Totally on my list. That would be my meal tonight. Susan did seasoned pork chop and loaded mashed potatoes and green beans. Y'all are crazy. All these fantastic foods. I'm definitely living vicariously through you guys. It is not what I was able to make. Let's see. Oh, Katie's never tried the green curry. Yeah, a green curry is pretty good. When I've had it, it's been fairly spicy, so I would have to tone it down just a hair. I'm not the very spicy person. Yes, I'm glad you're doing okay, Alex. I'm glad to hear that. Guys, we do have that retreat coming up in September, so I do still have spots available. I do still have 2 roommate options available. I got one that is a freebie room. You don't have to pay anything. You just show up. I need you to reach out to me if you are interested in that. The other one, you are sharing a room with someone and you are sharing the cost of that room. So if you are looking for it, I have it. I just need you to reach out to me. My AC has been broken, so I'm doing as little cooking as possible, says Sheila. My AC isn't broken, but it's just not keeping up. Katie says, I love how curry triggers me to feel hungry, right? It's good. It wasn't too spicy. I think red curry is hotter. Oh, yeah. Red curry is definitely hotter. I tend to go for the yellow. Or like I go for like a yellow, korma. I like korma sauces as well. Hi, Judy. Welcome in. She said late but made it here. Oh, well, you're not late. You are just on time. I'm still live. You're not late. Glad you are here tonight. So we're going to see how much of this we can get done. We are really going to see how much of this we can get done tonight. I'm going to press this too before I grab that next one. Dahlia says her son Paul ate quite a bit of curry when he was in India. Needless to say, he won't eat it anymore. My husband said he lived upstairs from a gentleman who made a lot of curry dishes. I think he was Indian nationality. And so now my husband cannot even stand the smell of it. I feel so bad for him because it would be really good food. He just won't touch it. He won't even consider touching it. He won't make it for me. Like, that is not even on the radar. Bob stopped at Culver's after dropping the Escape off at the shop tonight. Oh, Culver's is good too. I haven't had Culver's in a while. We don't have one here in Wyoming. So if I want Culver's, I have to go to Colorado or somewhere else. Culver's is not bad. Or maybe there's a Culver's in Wyoming, but it's in Cheyenne. There are foods I seem to never get tired of. Yeah, there are some foods I never get tired of too, Terry. Absolutely. All right. Put that one up there. Move this out of the way. Because these blocks are fairly big now. Let's see. All right, I'm going to move that down. Because we are going to run out of room, it looks like, on this board here in just a little bit. So we're going to just move over. And we're going to rearrange these anyway, so I'm not super worried about it. Hi, Diego. Welcome in. Glad you are here, sir. They're building one right next to the grocery store that's like 5 minutes away. Oh, Dahlia's never had Culver's. Oh, Alex has Culver's. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my husband loves Culver's. I'm not a huge fan. Like, I like them, but I don't love them. Like, it's not a go-to restaurant that I've got to go to. I don't find it necessary to go to Culver's. So, here we go. Let's see. I'm currently having a love affair with watermelons, says Sheila. Oh, somebody mentioned watermelon to me today, of all things. And I was like, watermelon's good, but I don't have to have it. I'm also not a huge cantaloupe or honeydew melon fan. Like, I just don't need it necessarily. It's not the be-all and end-all to my life to have that. I do have some ice cream. in the freezer. I might get some ice cream here in a little bit. Ice cream sounds really good. I'm getting that Halo Top stuff because it's a lot easier on my stomach. I cannot do full dairy, not like I used to. I have to be very, very careful with dairy, so I like that Halo Top. Does anybody else eat that? Oh, Terry and Ellen are both wanting some watermelon right now, probably. Terry says she needs it in her life. And Ellen says she loves it. Diego's not too crazy about Culver's either. And oh yeah, Susan says she's never heard of Culver's. I don't think I've ever seen one in Washington State. It's kind of, it's not In and Out, but it's kind of like if McDonald's and In and Out and Wendy's and oh gosh, who else am I thinking of? I can't think of who else, but if all of them kind of got together and you kind of mismatched them a little bit, it might fit. And they have ice cream, so I mean, DQ kind of. My fruit salad had green and red grapes, watermelon, strawberries, and the melons. Oh my gosh, yeah, it is a hamburger joint. Pam misses Culver. She knows what it is. I craved it when I was pregnant with my oldest, and in 1981, it wasn't as easy to find in December. Now you can get it anytime. Oh yeah, watermelon. Yeah. Terry doesn't have a Culver's either. Yeah, Five Guys. Five Guys is expensive though. Five Guys is crazy expensive. Compared to all of the other hamburger joints, Five Guys is expensive. Now I will say this for Five Guys, and y'all can put me in the little box and like shut me off for that, but here's what I'm going to say about the expensive side of Five Guys. If all of our fast food and our junk food, so to speak, was priced the way Five Guys is currently priced, then all of our workers would have living wages. Automatically, they wouldn't have to oversell to do it, and we would be eating healthier foods overall. I'm not saying Five Guys is healthy. Don't get me that way. But Five Guys, it kind of sets the pricing the way that they should. Zaza, welcome in. I think it's similar to White Castle, which I'm not too crazy about either. White Castle is closer to Crystal than they are to Culver's. Let's see. I do have a lot of thread, Katie, and that is not all of the thread. That is just what you guys can see of the thread. So that top shelf that you guys see with all of the threads stacked up above the rack, that is King Tut cotton thread. So I do love King Tut thread. Here's what I'm going to say about it. If you are interested in using it, I use it only where it's going to show. I do not use King Tut for piecing because I feel like for the cost of King Tut thread that it is a little too linty for regular piecing. However, I love the beauty of it. So I love the variegation in it. So I actually have a section, the furthest section like over here is where they're unwrapped, and these are the ones that are still wrapped, and then behind the ones that are unwrapped is still wrapped thread as well. The next shelf has the big spools. The big spools are my polyester isocord, as well as some so fine thread or bottom line thread. I'm not sure which. And then I have a couple of random spools on this shelf as well. The next shelf, the sparkly shelf, is all sparkly threads. So we're talking razzle dazzle. We're talking metallic threads, all of that, all the sparkly stuff. The next shelf I believe that is my polyester thread shelf with Mettler and Gutermann. The next one is my cotton thread with Mettler and Gutermann. The next shelf with the orange spools is my Gutermann thread. That shelf right there is my Gutermann thread, Gutermann cotton. Then I have some Hobby Lobby thread, and off to the side I do have some silk thread on that shelf. The next one has some more metallic thread and some more silk thread, and then after that is all embroidery thread. From here to the floor is embroidery thread, and I've got more thread in 2 baskets that are over to the side. So I'm just going to say that. Let's see where I might at with the comments. Let's see. Yeah, Prisms. Diego, you're right. Love Five Guys, but that's why it's expensive. Yeah. Oh, black watermelon. Yeah. You can. I you can buy black watermelon seeds through probably Baker Creek Heirloom. I love growing the odd colors things, so you can probably get some black watermelon seeds there if you want to grow them. Terry is asking, we know you have about 732 spools of thread. Probably more now. Probably a few more now. Not by a whole lot, but a few. I agree that Five Guys is expensive, but if I have to pick between that and McDonald's, Five Guys all the way, yeah, bingo. If I could afford Five Guys, I would be Five Guys all the way as well. But they're on the other side of town too. Judy says that the black watermelons are hard to find. Yes, Zaza, she says, to me, King Tut is for visible stitching. That's how I feel about it too. It's just, I do not think that King Tut is priced where I can afford to piece with it. I do know people who do. Don't get me wrong, they do. But I don't think it's a price where I can afford to do that with it. Oh my gosh. James grew an 86-pound watermelon one year. Picture of the grandbabies next to her. Oh my gosh. That's got to be epic. I don't even know if I could grow something that big here. I would have to probably greenhouse it until I could get it outside, or, well, I don't really want to transplant it once it's starting to grow. Oh my gosh, that would be so difficult. Sheila says King Tut is great for decorative stitches. It is. Diego likes Whataburger. Oh my gosh. And Whataburger, you can take it or leave it for me. I'm not a huge Whataburger fan. I'm really not. My brother-in-law loves Whataburger, to the point that they got like a Whataburger Christmas decoration of some sort. Don't ask me what, I don't remember. But I can't do Whataburger like that. It's just not, I don't find it as reliable as Five Guys. I'll put it that way. I've never seen a black watermelon unless it was my fridge too long, says Ellen. Oh, Zaza loves Five Guys fries. I'll split them with you. Just order one. Raising Cane in Tucson has good food. I have never had a Raising Cane. I've never had Raising Cane food. I think I've seen them. I want to say I've seen Raising Cane, but I never had it. So Ellen says that she tried to grow watermelon one year, but it had no luck. Look through your growing zone. Look for watermelons that are designed or that are rated for your growing zone. And then when you plant watermelon, you have to realize that the majority of that water is going into that fruit. So you have to keep it watered. Absolutely keep it watered. Moon and star watermelon. Ooh, dark green with little yellow stars and one single moon size. Oh my gosh. That would be beautiful, James. I may have to look at that too. Mona's with you, Diego. The Whataburger. Yeah, no. Y'all can have the Whataburger. We do not have one here either. So I hate to let you down. We do have hamburger stands. And I haven't had everything on their menu. There's like one thing on their menu that I've had. But when I found it and ate that for the first time, you couldn't convince me to order anything else because I just absolutely fell in love with it. Watermelon and pumpkins both need a lot of water. Yes, they do. Pumpkins really do. They really, really, especially sugar pumpkins. So if you're growing pie pumpkins, you got to put a lot of water into them. They will not mature enough to make a decent sized pumpkin for you without that water. And that's the problem here is, having enough water to make it work. It's crazy how much water you have to have just to make it work. All right, let me see if I got the back of this fixed. Nope, I did not. The back of this, the seam in the center. Mona's like, great, now I'm hungry. Oh my gosh. I still have frozen pumpkin, guys, from last year? No, year before last, I think. I roasted pumpkins, got them ready, and did everything to puree and all of that for a pumpkin pie. So I still have frozen pumpkin pie starter. I don't like thick burgers. I'd rather have 2 smaller burgers on the bun than 1 thick burger. I hear you on that, Zaza. I completely hear you on that. All right. No, not that way. Okay, that'll work. We can do that. So this is going to be a lot bigger quilt than it originally was going to be. But if you guys can see, now the blocks are kind of, they're all being sashed, but they're now kind of zigzagging across the quilt, which will create some movement. And it also takes all of these busy prints and sets them aside so you don't have to have them right on top of each other. Let's see. Cane's chicken tenders are good, but I'm out on the fries. The fries remind me of Chick-fil-A. I'm not a huge Chick-fil-A fry fan either. I do like Chick-fil-A every so often. I do not get them very, very often. The healthiest Chick-fil-A that you can get is the grilled nuggets. And I'm not a huge grilled chicken nugget fan from Chick-fil-A. It's just not my thing. So I can't eat Chick-fil-A very often. It just does not agree with my system. I feel myself after having Chick-fil-A like that. I just feel it. We freeze-dried pumpkins and sweet potatoes for dog treats. Ooh. I'd not thought about the freeze-drying them. I can't freeze-dry though. I don't have the equipment for freeze-drying, but that's kind of a cool idea. My boy definitely he's loving carrots right now. Carrots are in season enough, and oh my gosh, he is loving the carrots. Every time we open the fridge, he's looking for a carrot. I ate a Whataburger once and never went back. I prefer sloppy joes. I love sloppy joes, Dorlin. Oh my gosh, I love sloppy joes. I like Chick-fil-A's roasted chicken chunks. Ooh, I don't think I've had those. Golden Chick fries are good. I've never had Golden Chick either. Ellen says that her Boston Terrier loves watermelon. I don't know if Paladin would love watermelon or not, but it's not orange. He likes orange things. Carrots are orange. I don't know what it is about orange things, but he has made his wishes known. He likes things that are orange. Cheese and carrots. He does like oranges, so they're on the menu. Every so often he gets a little bit of oranges too. As far as chicken, Chick-fil-A is my fave, says Diego. Dave's Hot Chicken, I went there once and will never go there again. Oh my gosh, I've never had Dave's Hot Chicken. And boneless spare ribs from the Chinese restaurant. Oh my gosh. My husband was talking about Chinese the other night. He was so talking about Chinese. He misses the Chinese restaurant that we used to go to in Montgomery, Alabama. That was his favorite Chinese place of all time. I have a Tex-Mex restaurant from Huntsville that I miss, but he misses the Chinese place in Montgomery that we used to go to. I don't even know if they're still in business. My chickens love watermelon, says Mona. Oh my gosh. Delia says her husband makes awesome sloppy joes. Mine does too. Except when he explodes the can of sloppy joe sauce all over the kitchen. That was totally a thing. He totally did that. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sheila says Whataburger was better before the original owners sold it. I did not know that they went through an ownership change. I didn't even know about Whataburger until last few years, so I really didn't follow them a lot. Did not follow them a lot. I didn't see a need to, I guess, is the best way to put it. Let's see. Oh my gosh, you guys. That's why not too many gardeners here are growing pumpkins and watermelons. Voluntary water cutbacks because of the lack of good snowpack last winter. That's fair. Hi, Lori. Good to see you. Just got back from her meeting. Her future daughter-in-law's parents. It went well. That's great. That's awesome. I'm glad it went well. My French chicken loves the watermelon too. Chick-fil-A fries with mayonnaise. Okay, I can't do that one. The one thing that I eat with mayonnaise, and I know that I'm going to get a lot of dislikes for this. So just go ahead and like my channel right now. Like the video before I say what I'm about to say. Just let me know that you've liked the channel before I tell you guys what I'm about to tell you. Sloppy Joes, even though made with beef, I consider it in a category by itself, or at least separate from burgers. Oh yeah, Sloppy Joes are not burgers. Sloppy Joes are definitely not burgers. They're something totally different. It's kind of like that cream chip beef something or other that my husband gets. There's no category for that food. No category for that food. We get baby carrots for them too, and cucumbers. I get a hold of once, now I'm getting them out of the garden. Have to keep them out of their reach, yes. Now, I did grow a lot of cucumbers back in Alabama. Which grows out. That just grows me out fries with mayonnaise. I only like mayonnaise when I make tuna fish. Okay, so Lana's giving me a thumbs up. Make sure that you guys are giving me a thumbs up before I tell you what it is that I eat with mayonnaise. There is only one food in this world that I eat where I add mayonnaise, aside from like the chicken salad or whatever. You know, when you have to use mayonnaise, you know, like for like deviled eggs or whatever, like not like that kind of food, like actual just mayonnaise used with it. I need to know that you guys are okay with me before I tell you what it is. Oh, Zaza agrees that fries with mayo is good. Oh, y'all are cracking me up. We're making Linda hungry, so she just went and got a drumstick ice cream cone. Oh my gosh. Diego's guessing hot dogs with mayonnaise. Okay, Terry's okay with me. All right, let's see. Terry had an eggplant growing in the dining room, 325 inches tall. Oh gosh. 27 wide, and the leaves are 7 feet by 9. Is flowering now. Oh my gosh, in hydroponics. Oh my gosh. Sheila says that I'm scaring her. See, that's why I was asking for you guys to let me know that you're still going to be okay with me. You're still going to like me. You're not going to unsubscribe me for what I'm going to tell you, if you guys want me to tell you. Ellen likes mayo on sandwiches. A lot of people like mayo on sandwiches. Delia says she doesn't like mayonnaise except with her tuna fish. Yeah, see, there's a lot of people that are like that. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. I will admit, I grew up with it. Somebody in the chat may already know. Oh, 25 inches tall, not 325. Okay. Let's see. Okay, no promises, says Zaza. Thumbs up for I love you, Mona. Oh no, Terry says that they're on a tornado watch tonight. Just don't say scrambled eggs, says Sheila. Okay. All right, that is noted. Okay. I'm going to delay you guys one more minute before I tell you. We're going to go right at 7 p.m. my time. Mayo and peanut butter, says Terry. Ooh, I have not tried that. So you know it's not that one, because I haven't tried that one before. Diego says, I don't judge. I respect people's taste. I don't have to like it, but I respect it. Lana says peanut butter and mayonnaise as well. Okay, that's apparently more popular than I ever thought it would be. I've never heard of that one before. A mayonnaise on a banana. Okay, now banana sandwiches, I will occasionally do that one too. That's not the one I was thinking of. That's not as odd as the one I'm thinking of. Friendship Star James. Oh, yes. The ones that are over here, those are Friendship Stars. Yes. Lana and Terry, no. The mayonnaise and peanut butter thing, yeah. I think that's what they were both saying. Chicken or chili? Ooh. That's giving me ideas, James. Linda eats mayo and banana sandwiches. Okay. It just hit 7 o'clock on my feed. We're gonna press this. And black eyed peas. So you put black eyed peas on my plate, and I will get mayonnaise to add to my black eyed peas. It balances out the I don't know. It just balances out the flavor of black eyed peas for me. I grew up with it. It is condiment conversation causing chaos. The 4C conversation. Oh. Oh gosh. Ellen says no mayo and peanut butter. She doesn't even eat peanut butter with bananas. Never mind mayo. Oh my gosh. It is a thing. Okay, Sheila, you didn't say no promises. James says that sounds good. Mona's laughing. Daly says she's never heard that before, but okay. Ellen says she would try it. Okay, see? Judy says no black eyed peas for her. Yeah, see, okay, so I don't put it into the pot. You don't put mayonnaise into the pot with the black eyed peas. You put the black eyed peas on your plate, then you add a little bit of mayo just until the juice that you've got on your plate from the black eyed peas isn't dark. You're just lightening up the juice from the black eyed peas. I mean, you can add more if you like. If you are like loving the mayo taste, you can add more, but I don't. I just turn it a little bit lighter. Oh my gosh. Oh no! Cynthia says she's sitting in the dark with no power. Oh my gosh. I'm not sitting in the dark with no power. Is anybody else in the chat sitting in the dark with no power? And Sheila's calling it sacrilege. I'm sorry. Lana says she's going to try it. I love it. Alex says she loves the mayo and banana sandwiches. We ate them when we were kids. Yeah, I did too. I will occasionally eat them now, but it's not as crazy as the mayo in the black eyed peas thing. Put ketchup in my scrambled eggs sometimes, but not mashed potatoes. I will never put, I would potentially try mayo in my mashed potatoes, but never ketchup in my mashed potatoes. I will do ketchup on my eggs, especially at a hotel. Sometimes you have to do something to make the eggs palatable, and sometimes that is what you do. Susan says it's interesting. As Cubans make bolitos using black eyed peas, similar, I guess, to a hash puppy. Kind of, yeah. Black eyed peas is probably the only veggie I really won't eat. See, there you go. So you wouldn't have to worry about it. Derlin says no mayo for her. Sheila says her black eyed peas are perfect. See, I've had black eyed peas without mayo. So don't get me wrong, I will eat them without it, but that is just like, it is a flavor I grew up with, and I don't know why people started it for me. Ray Ann says she eats her peas with honey. She ate them all her life that way. It makes them taste quite funny, but it keeps them on my knife. Oh, that's fair. Try peanut butter and dill pickle sandwich. No, I'm good. You're not getting me peanut butter and dill pickle. Tabasco on my grits. Oh my gosh. I loved eating fresh black eyed peas. My mom made them taste yummy, but I wouldn't eat dried black eyed peas after it's cooked. Yeah. Dinner right now is banana and vanilla wafers. Oh my gosh. Hey, at least that's nutritious. Is it your entire neighborhood that's out, Cynthia, or is it just your house? I guess that's the next question we all need to know. How serious is the blackout? How far and wide does it stretch? All right, we're going to do one more, and then I'm going to call it a night. Yeah, right. Sheila's asking, where's the pudding? Probably in the fridge that she's trying not to open. Pam says, no black eyed peas for her. Salsa on her eggs, yes, please. See, I could do that potentially too. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome for putting up with me. Thank you. I told you it was weird, okay? I prepped you. I warned you that one food thing is a weird thing for me. I don't know why that I got exposed to that as a kid, but I did, and I fell in love with the flavor, and I can't not have that flavor now. Just can't do it. Entire community. Oh my gosh. 700 houses in Virginia without power. Ugh. Not cool. Not cool at all. Not good. I don't like your power company right now. Terry and Terry and Dio, those are the only two things my grandfather put ketchup on. He put it on toasted cheese sandwiches, smoked salmon, and tuna fish. See, I never grew up with Tabasco sauce in the house, so I never really got to try it on anything. So it was not a flavor I grew up with. I will do ketchup on eggs if they are just horrible eggs, like the hotel eggs where they're powdered or what have you. totally do it that way. I'm glad, Lana. She says we love you. Thank you. Absolutely. Blue is being a bad girl. Oh, no. Oh, be nice to her. She's just wanting attention, Doralyn. Have a great evening. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I hate when the squirrels get in the Transformers, Bob. I agree with you. Let's see. Love peanut butter and Heinz genuine dill, says Sheila. Kids thought I was weird when I took them to elementary school. 71 now and still love them. Oh, that's amazing, Sheila. Absolutely, Delia. She says, night, everyone. Have a great rest of your week. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. As soon as I get this one on, we are going to call it a night. We will not keep you all night tonight. But I feel like we actually got something done. I feel like we actually got a little bit accomplished. And I couldn't have done it without you guys. You guys make it possible. So thank you very, very much. And thank you for showing up. Make sure you've hit that thumbs up, guys. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. The best sauce is HP Fruity. It's like a smooth chutney or like a very tangy tomato sauce. See, I don't know. I would end up with like whatever the hotel has on hand for my ketchup or whatever sauce to put on mine. That would be my problem. Oh, no. Cynthia says the storm knocked out the power around 3:30. Oh my gosh. So, and it's now 9. Oh my goodness. So you've been sitting there for a while. Are you at least staying cool? I guess that's the next question. Are you staying cool and not overheating? And how is Benjamin handling all this? Thank you, Ellen. She says those friendship blocks are really nice. Thank you. They are going to go into this quilt. I'm going to do different size sashing for them. So once I get all of these other blocks sashed and decide how I want to lay it all out, then I will put sashing on those and put them in here somewhere so that they will also have the opportunity to shine in a quilt of valor. So I should have enough room for them to be in here. I think when I did the math, I had plenty of room for that. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, there is ketchup in School Sloppy Joe sauce. Yeah, I bet there is. I never had School Sloppy Joes, but I can imagine. There's a lot of things that they make for school lunches, school cafeteria lunches, to be exact, that just are an abomination to the rest of humanity on the flavors and everything else that's in them. Just an abomination. Oh, let's see. Where am I at? Linda used to eat Hellman's Mayo many years ago and discovered Duke's. Oh yeah, my brother-in-law will only eat Duke's as well. I do like a ketchup. I don't like ketchup either. I don't like ketchup. I will eat ketchup over mustard. Like, I will leave ketchup on a burger. Like, I won't have them, like, not put ketchup on a burger. But I will have them put it on there lightly. Not put a lot of ketchup on my burger. But I'm not a big ketchup fan. Not a big ketchup fan at all. All right. This is that last one that we were looking for at least tonight. So, I'll put it right there. And move that down. And no, I'm not going to leave those two right next to each other. They're going to get moved around. So what do you guys think? Do you think that's giving a lot of movement? Do you think it's going to look good when it all comes together? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I get confused with all the different blocks. Don't mean to sounding. Oh, you are fine, James. You are so fine. So this one right here is a pineapple block. I didn't make it, but it's a pineapple block. Or maybe I did. I don't remember. But it's a pineapple block. All of these others stashed in here are disappearing 9 patches. And because of the colors or the way things were turned once it was cut apart, that's what gives each block its own little different look to it. And then these are Friendship Star blocks. Now they're not finished Friendship Star because they've had borders added to them to make them a little bit larger, and they're very inaccurate in size. So they're all, I think I've trimmed them all now to a similar size, but they're not at their finished size. So I'm gonna have to add more to them. Let's see. Oh my gosh, where am I at? Oh my gosh, 4 days with no power, says Bob. Ew, that's crazy. 8 p.m., 7 p.m. tomorrow night, and now they're saying 10 p.m. tonight. Oh my gosh. I think how you quilt it will make a difference. It will, Sheila. It absolutely will. Quilting will really make a huge impact on this quilt. The ones right below the pineapple, those are disappearing 9 patches, and it's just because of the color arrangement of how that came together. So it's just whatever colors that they use, and it's what made it that arrangement. And I didn't, when I rearranged the other blocks that I made into disappearing 9 patches, I didn't necessarily look to try to copy what was already done. Because I knew everything was going to be sashed and separated a little bit, and it wouldn't necessarily need to be all identical. So, all right, so guys, this week we have Yuletide Sampler 2 coming back to join you. It will be Kathy and Alicia and me joining you on Friday night, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So please make sure you're on time. You will have a blast hanging out with us live. Thank you, Susan. She says, I think it will look good. It will be fun when you arrange the box, when you put the quilt together. I think so too. I think it's going to be fun seeing exactly what I do with them, because I'm not sure exactly what I want to do yet. But I figure we'll figure it out, right? All right, let's see. So, all right, well, guys, I'm going to get off of here. Friday night, 6 p.m. Mountain Time for Yuletide Sampler 2. Remember, you only catch it live here on my channel. Then you have to catch replay over on Kathy's channel over at My Hobby Home, or over at Alicia's channel at Quilty Bird Piecing. And then Sunday night will be 8 p.m. Mountain Time. I will try my best to be... No, it is not, Ellen. She's asking if this is the last Friday for Yuletide. No, not just for this month. Just for this month. Oh, Terry says she finished the last clue, the Reflections mystery clue. She's looking forward to see the big reveal. Thank you. I'm looking forward to that as well. Oh, good. Bob's going for a dive trip Friday. That's amazing. Oh, you're good, James. You are so good. I'm glad you're trying to learn. There's a lot of blocks out there to learn. So many blocks out there to learn. So I will see you guys on Friday, and then I will see you guys on Sunday night. So, and then next Tuesday we'll be back, and we're just going to keep plugging away, guys. We're just going to keep going with this, and I'm loving being able to share my studio with you guys and let you see what it's going to look like soon. Yeah, we'll be doing a reveal very, very soon. So just keep that in mind. That will be coming out as well, and I will be getting back to 365 as soon as possible. So I will see you guys on Friday. Until then, go pat some fabric, go put some needle and thread to fabric. You know you want to. Get that serotonin, hit that dopamine boost. You know you want it. And get yourself through to Friday with it. And until I see you again, be safe, be well, and bye.